Other thing I want to talk about is customer service. Woo! So listen, this is like a story time type of situation where this past weekend, some of my friends and I went out to a silent party, and we had a lot of fun. Till the end. So how it worked is, when you get there, what happens is you give them your ID, you take a pair of headphones. Your ID is the collateral, so they make sure they get their headphones back. They were taking one ID for every pair of headphones. My best friend, her ID, we got her headphones, party, had fun, no problems, right? Wrong. So at the end of the night, 2 o'clock or 2:30, lights have come up. Immediately, security gets kind of aggressive, like, everybody need to get out. You know what? Let me not say that. I will say maybe 20 minutes. I'll be fair. Maybe 20 minutes into the lights coming on, he's like, okay, everybody gotta get out. This is the thing. There's a line of people, though, waiting to get their ID. It's only 1 to maybe 2 people. The ID stand, going throughout, trying to figure this out. Should have said, put this in there too. So you give them your ID, you take a headphones, but they also give you a ticket with a number on it, and then the number is supposed to correspond with the ID that's in the thing. So that's how it's supposed to work. Problem is, what I think happened is maybe they were doubling IDs up. I don't really know what happened, because I didn't have my ID, so I still had my headphones on chilling, because my best friend was in line because she was, she had to get her ID. Long story short, they lost her ID. The one guy, Jay, I could say Jay because Jay's just a letter. He was really, really nice. He was very professional. But the guy who was with him, dark-skinned dude, big lips, and the only reason I'm describing him is because if for whatever reason they were to see this, he was terrible, very disrespectful, very rude, unnecessarily, because none of us were getting loud. None of us, now, was being a little rowdy, but again, you lost her ID. Oh, maybe I should enter her name out. I don't know. You lost her ID. So at this point, she's very upset. You don't know what people are going through. What things have happened that brought her here. Maybe she's had a trash week. This was like the highlight of her week. Whatever. Like, you never know what people are going through. So like, the way he was handling the situation really, 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 really pissed me off, if we just keep it in a book. It's almost like a photo album book, but again, it's like the pages on the inside are like, it's just a whole bunch of pages to put IDs in. He like, well, y'all can look through the book. He tossed the books at us. He's like, well, there wouldn't be just one ID for 4 headphones. We were like, no one said that. And we were like, why are you upset, sir? Why are you so mad? What's the problem? Why are you acting like we did something to you? We didn't do anything to you. Why are you upset? It was tripping, yo. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. One of our friends who was with us being like, why are you upset because we're asking you to do your job? You would have thought you said his mama. He just was like, it's all it is. And we're looking at him like, and I remember saying, the energy you're giving us, we're not giving you. So what's the problem? And my biggest, I would say, like I said, Jay was very professional. He tried to take her information down. She's like, that's real cute, but I'm not giving you these headphones back till you get your ID. Because in the beginning, when we first got there, they joked about how the IDs were collateral. So she's like, well, my ID was collateral. You lost my ID, so I'm keeping these headphones until you figure out your situation. So they ended up just giving her the money for the ID. I wasn't in there at this point because security had put me out. Not because I was going crazy, but the place we were at was so, like, the lady who was running, I don't know if she was running, I don't really know what was going on, but she's like, I need everybody out. It's like, but you're not paying attention to the fact that there's stuff going on. So he like, everybody gotta get out. I was like, well, because me and her rode together. Obviously, I'm not gonna leave her here. He was like, well, you gotta wait for her outside. We're in Cleveland. It is February. It's freezing outside. So I gotta stand outside because y'all let people host here who lost her ID. And y'all can't even just... Alright, sis. Mind you, I had just saw the security guard put this one girl out on her face. So wasn't nobody trying to have them problems, okay? So she told me this after the fact. They were like, well, how much is the ID? The guy's like, $25. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if it's $2. I don't care if it's an IOU to Walmart. I don't care what it is. The fact of the matter is, you lost it. It was your responsibility. It was in your care. You only had... And bruh, while you was twerking barefoot, why are you at work barefoot? I don't even understand. You had one job, which is to make sure you didn't lose IDs. You didn't do that job properly. So how's that our fault? I had let a lot of other little things slide. One, the flyer said it was supposed to start at 9:30. We didn't get there till 10:30. The headphones got there when we got there, which means that people who had been there had waited for an hour just before the thing started. I'm glad I was late, because off top I'd have had an attitude, because I'm one of those type of people. I like to get my money's worth when I'm going somewhere, especially if I've paid to go. So if you tell me it started at 7, I'm gonna be there at 7. I don't even remember why we was late this time. Why are we late? I don't remember why we was late, but I'm glad we were late. That was God. I'm glad I was late, because off top I'd have had an attitude. Off top, there were 3 channels. It's blue, green, and red. In the beginning, red didn't even work at first. So red, for like maybe the first half an hour, red didn't even work. So we was just going back and forth between green and blue. And green and blue had it rocking, but still. But then there were times where they were playing the song. Each channel would play the same song. Sometimes the songs will overlap. So like I'll turn to red, they're playing Bobby Brown. I'll turn to blue, and they're playing Bobby Brown too. How many times can I hear I Done Came Down? I know we in Cleveland, but come on now. Like, plus that song was out when I was in high school. It's been a while, just saying. Music was banging, so I wasn't too worried about that, but it was like, y'all already have little things that I'm kind of like side-eyeing, but I'm letting it rock because I'm just trying to have fun. And then here y'all come with this. I was just I was prepared to come on here and pop off, just drag, oh boy. I was ready. I don't have a problem with reading nobody, because I know how to read myself. I'm good at dragging myself, so I'm great at dragging others. But I don't want that to always be my thing. I want to be able to think beyond that part, right? So in the moment we were very upset. We going off, not even really going off, but just venting about what happened. But then I thought about it later. I don't know what has happened to him to make him feel like that was appropriate, especially at work, because like, I don't know if I mentioned this before, as professional as Jay was, one of my biggest issues was Jay did not tell him to stop or tell him he's being rude or disrespectful. We are 4 women, black women, and these are 2 black men. There's a black man who wants to say he's being respectful, whatever, but he's not checking the one who's being rude and disrespectful. I just have a hard time believing that he would have treated us that way if we were old white women. None of us was giving him that energy of being rude or disrespectful. Nobody called him out his name. Nobody talked about his mama. Nobody talked about his pants being too tight. Nobody talked about him having his crusty feet out in club. Nobody was talking about none of that. Nobody talked about those things. All we said was, we want her ID. Can you find it? And then when I said, what's the next step? And he was like, the next step. And I was like, we're not talking to you. And he like, well, I'm just trying. No one's talking to you. We're talking to Jay because you're rude and disrespectful. That's it. Leave me alone. And he just kept trying to insert himself. And it got to the point where I was getting a headache, because I feel myself like getting to the point where I'm ready to cuss you out. I feel it coming. But I don't want that. I don't want to be that person. So I literally just stopped talking. It was even at one point when he's like, I don't understand why y'all talking for her. She's a grown woman. And I heard my friend say, no one speak. We're just trying to explain what's going on. And my friend was like, my best friend was like, I have been talking to you. You're just not listening. And I have a problem when I go into establishments, and because I'm young and I'm black, sometimes also because I'm a female, it's perceived that you can treat me any kind of way, or you can speak to me any kind of way, or you can look over me when I come into a store. I have an issue with that, because guess what? My dollar spends the same way that Ethel dollar do, spend the same way that Rebecca's dollar do, whomever else. If I was an older black woman, would you treat me this way? If I was an older white man, would you treat me this way? I want you to keep that same energy. I remember at one of my old jobs, I was talking to a DM about something. I'm very I don't even think I'm just very direct. I'm very direct, especially when it comes to work. And I was in a management position. I'm very direct about when I'm talking to other people. And my boss at the time said something like, he just kind of gave me, I don't remember what we were talking about, but he kind of gave me a look after I said what I said to him. And I was like, what? And he was like, that was just a lot. And I said, if I was a white man saying the same thing to you, would you have an issue with it? And he kind of just looked at me. I said, if you can say to yourself, I wouldn't have an issue with this, if you were a white man saying it, then you should get over it. Ain't nothing but God that I haven't gotten fired from multiple places because God be covering his mouth. There's a certain sect of people who find women, especially women of color, not just black women, but women of color who are strong, who are opinionated, intimidating. And that's not my issue. It's taken me a long time to find my voice, to be confident in what that voice is, and to be bold in what that voice is. And I'm not going to let you or anybody else make me feel like what I'm saying isn't valuable, making me feel like what I'm saying is invalid. No, I'm just not doing it. It's been so many situations where I've just not said anything, or I let people slide, or I let people run over me, and they still haunt me to this day. So at this point in my life, I'm not going to let anyone come at me crazy or say something to me crazy. Even if I don't cuss you out or drag you like you deserve, you're at least gonna know that what you're saying, I don't appreciate what you're saying to me, or there's a way to speak to me. I'm a firm believer in you can say anything to anybody. It's just the way that you say it. You're not gonna be disrespectful to me, period. You're not gonna be rude to me, period. You're not gonna come out your neck at me, period. It's just certain things, like, I'm just not, there's certain lines you're not crossing with me. And I can't help that other people let you do that with them, so they've made you think that it's okay. You're not doing it with me, period. We teach people how to treat us. So as a collective, maybe where he's from, women allow him, maybe the women have set the scale to think that it's appropriate for him to speak to women in such a way. Or not even just women, customers, because we pay you for a service, not the other way around. And like I said, I've been in management before where I've had customers try to turn up on my reps, and reps come, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. First you de-escalate the situation. You tell your rep, yo, I got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a way to de-escalate situations. He did nothing. As good as he was as trying to fix the other issue, he did nothing to de-escalate that situation. And it was disheartening a little bit, because it's like, dang, why black people gotta be, dang, like, why you gotta be like that? To be fair, I've never been in a situation where they had to take my ID and collateral for something else. Like I said, I just find it hard to believe if we were anybody else, they would have acted that way with us. I just find it hard to believe. And this is it looked like a predominantly black establishment. It was annoying. If you are in any type of customer service and you don't like people, you have two options. You need to either develop a side of you that does like people and let that person come to work and let that side deal with all of this stuff, and then you be your grouchy whatever self at home, or don't pick a job that has to do with customer service. Because what happens is, when you get smart with somebody, when you're disrespectful to somebody, when you're all of these things to people, that makes them not want to do business with you. Because now, anytime this company comes up, now I can't go, because I can't trust that you're going to be able to keep up with my ID, and I can't trust that you won't have people being rude and disrespectful to me, because I'm the type of person, I don't want to fund anything you have going on if I don't like you. Let me know in the comments, have you ever had, I know we've all had a bad customer service experience. Tell me down in the comments, like, what was your bad customer experience and how did you handle it? Like, I tried to take a step back and really, like I said, think about, okay, like, clearly where you're from, this is appropriate, but I need you to, if I'm saying to you, I don't like the way you're talking to me, there's no reason for you to be speaking to me this way. There's no reason you should still be escalating. You're a man. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? It was so frustrating. It was so annoying. If you have made it through this video, thank you so much. I have been talking for 41 minutes. Thank you so much. Again, all the links and all that good stuff is down in the description box. If you have any thoughts, ideas, anything you've seen on the internet that you want me to talk about, let me know. I am more than open to suggestions. I'm gonna have my email address. If I'm fancy enough to figure out how to do it, I'll put my email address right here. If not, it will be in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I said, I am trying to get to at least 50 subscribers by the end of February. I don't know where I'm at right now. Let me see. So as of this recording, I have 13 subscribers. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. But we're trying to get to 50. That means we got 37 more people to go. So that means you need to be share this with your mama, your cousin, your grandma, your auntie, your nail tech, your hairdresser, your friend, all of that good stuff. Share this with them. We're gonna get to it later, y'all. Peace. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Mwah.